What's up, Yag? What's up, buddies? Caffeine. Mm. All right, so this is a kind of a quick response video for a question, and I always get asked, usually through either my live streams or just questions in Twitter or Instagram or whatever, which you guys are more than welcome to do. Please. I like being in contact with you guys and answering your questions, right? So feel free to do that. So the topic is money. That's the question I get is like either how to charge, how much to get paid, this and that, and which I understand, right? I don't take it as being nosy or anything like that. Because obviously, people want to have a certain lifestyle that they can maintain or whatever, or they want to have a certain job, but they want to make sure the job is going to be able to support them and stuff like that. And also the topic of money, I feel is something that's not very it's taught through school, right? In the economics, right? How to balance a checkbook or shit like that. Unfortunately, right? So money is something that is very important for the individual. So I'm okay with talking about it, right? So the question I get asked usually is that how do I charge? Or in regards to working with Paul, if he pays me per video or he does gives me like a flat rate, like a salary, right? Those questions always end, how much should they charge, right? And stuff like that. My question is, it's gonna depend on you and what kind of lifestyle you want. That's gonna be like the main thing, right? Now, if I was to wanted to have a family, have a kid, and travel the world and all that shit, my current situation working with Paul would not be possible. I'll be upfront with that. I cannot sustain a family or a child if I was to work with Paul completely, right? His budget that he's able to pay me, which is salary, would not be able to cover that. I'll be real with you, right? But the thing is, I personally decided I do not want to have children, right? I even had a vasectomy, so I don't have to worry about that shit, right? Because I do not want children, right? That's my personal lifestyle choice. I like kids. I fucking love Paul's child, Hannah. I love spending time with her, right? But me personally, I just do not want to have children, right? So that's something to keep in mind is that, yeah. I'm not saying you cannot be able to have a family by doing editing work. I'm just saying who you work with is going to make a difference, right? Now, Paul's an individual, pretty much self-contractor kind of guy, right? That, he does his content, he gets advertisers and this and that, but he's the main guy that's putting it all together and I'm just helping him create videos basically, right? Someone else where I don't say Linus where he has a main studio and he has a bunch of people helping him. That's a different structure, right? So he's able to charge more, because he does get more viewership, but now he has more overhead, so he has to charge a certain way to be able to pay his people and pay his rent and all this other shit, right? So it's a different structure, right? In regards to money, I think the thing, at least for me, especially the way how we're living nowadays with just inflation and then internet and the side hustle culture or whatever is I think it's more important for you to ask, okay, what kind of life do you want to begin with, right? Me personally, I like having that freedom, almost like I don't have to clock into a regular job, I can just show up somewhat dressed respectfully, go help someone like Paul. I can hang out a day with him. We're friends, we chat and we bullshit. We're doing something fun together, building computers. We upload it, people like it, he does his advertisement, makes his money, and I get my pay, right? Then throughout the year, we travel, go to Vegas, Taiwan or whatever, so that's a lifestyle that I'm happy with. I'm having working with someone like Paul, right? Now, if you want to have a different lifestyle in the sense you want to work for a major studio, work for Hollywood or whatever, then obviously your approach is going to be different, right? And also the money's going to be different, right? So I guess the main important thing would be that is okay, what kind of life do you want? And try to plan everything accordingly towards that, right? Now, in regards to pay, by him giving me a salary, I'm more available to help him, and I'm okay with that, right? Because again, we're buddies. I'm helping him out, right? I care more about the lifestyle that I'm trying to go after, right? And the lifestyle I have at the moment, which is working with someone I consider to be a buddy, creating content, making stuff for the internet. I mean, all that stuff is what I wanted, right? But with the current situation that I have, which is salary, right? The amount of money he gives me, I'm happy with it, right? Because there's a lot of things I can balance, right? I could work at a job that they pay me a lot, but then they could be swamping me with a lot of fucking videos, and then I got no free time for myself, right? I'm constantly working, stressed out, or whatever, right? So, there's definitely a balance right there, right? If you guys want to have a good read, look up VFX houses or union or VFX artists and what they're working in the industry, right? They have something called Pixel Fuck, which is basically a lot of directors They don't understand the process of editing, so they'll see the VFX work, then they'll be like, oh, do this, do that, but like they don't realize that like by them making those adjustments, they have to fucking re-render everything. They could take a long ass time, or then they have to remodel everything. It's a process, right? It's a pain in the ass. But most directors or people don't understand like the difficulty of like working with VFX and stuff like that. That gives a lot of overtime work for like these VFX artists, you know, and like yeah, it's terrible. The working condition is not good. A lot of people are working like all days of the week. It's bad. So I'm pretty happy with the way how things are going in my life, in the sense like me just, you know, working with a person like Paul, being buddies and having fun, versus like, you know, if you look it up, you know, especially Marvel, the studios that work for Marvel, they struggle a lot, big time, right? There's too much competition going on, you know, trying to get work and all that. So like the pay is not that good compared to how much work that you're doing, right? You know, they're having 12-hour days and shit like that. Yeah, fuck with that. So anyways, that's what I have to say. I think instead of worrying about how much money you can make, focus more on what kind of life you want and what are you aiming for, right? And then like based on that life that you want, try to figure out how much money you need to make that life a reality, and then go from that. And then that should give you the answer that you're looking for, how much money you should be charging, right? So anyways, that's all I have to say. Thanks for the questions and hanging out with me on Mondays during my live streams, because that's how I get the ideas for these topics. All right, guys, thanks again. Take care and peace.